was a fantastic meal. Oh.
Well, the pleasure was all ours, Albert, really.
No, it was Luigi's, actually, so let's get a move on.
Well, the rest of the day is yours, Albert. What would you like to do?
Your wish is our command.
Well, how about the first flight to Vegas?
Well, we thought maybe bungee jumping over the Thames.
Yeah, or go-karting.
Oh, I'll whoop your ass, you young whippersnapper.
Well, you probably would, actually.
Let me think. I know what. I'm feeling nostalgic. How about a snifter at the Royal Mayfair Club? That's where I roped my first mark.
Sounds good to me.
It's a huge domed atrium filled with natural light. But more importantly, it has the best choice of brandies this side of Paris.
Let's do it.
I see what you mean about the natural light.
It was an iconic building, a monument to Anglo-American relations. Roped some of my biggest marks there ever. The soulless son of a bitch who pulled it down should be strung up.
Better still, Albert. Let's hit him where it really hurts, huh?
Agreed.
So who is he?
Well, it turns out that Starfire Property Holdings is owned by none other than Dale Ridley.
Dale who?
Ridley, you know, Ding Dong, that's my song.
I think it's time you took your pill, mate.
I never mind. They're too young.
Oh, right, well, you know, back in the day, the late 80s, he was game show gold. Big hair, big teeth, more cheese than a cheddar gorge. Take a butcher's at this. Albert.
It's Friday, it's live from London City Studios. It's the greatest game show on earth. Ding Dong, that's my song. Tonight's fabulous prizes include a personal stereo, an electronic typewriter, and a luxury caravan holiday for four. And here's your host, Dale Ridley.
So, Julia, tell me about yourself. This is painful.
Oh, dear.
Was it A, Howard Jones, B, or C, Bronski Boot? Oh! Ding dong! That's my song!
Ding Dong, that's my song. Excruciating, I know. But every Saturday night, 15 million of us were glued to that crap.
Were you?
Well, when I say us, I don't mean me, obviously. You know, I mean us as a nation.
Oh, right.
Anyway, I was more world about us.
Obviously.
So what happened to Ridley?
Well, fame and fortune went to his head. He reckoned he was a saviour of commercial TV. He started trying to push him around, making petty demands when it was time for a new contract. What finished him was a big TV charity night. London City Studios got him on tape demanding 20% of whatever the charity made in return for hosting it. Next morning it was all over the papers, and that was that. The network fired him on the spot. No one else would touch him.
What did he do next?
Well, he crawled back to his Birmingham mansion and hid. And 5 years later, he re-emerged as a property entrepreneur. First thing he did was buy an old folks' home. The moment he had his hands on it, he shut it down, turfed out 35 OAPs, and then brought in the bulldozers. A month later, he sold it to a developer for twice what he paid for it.
So he stuck at it, only this time on a much bigger scale. Victorian warehouses, factories, historic mills, all in great locations, bought at knockdown prices, often before they'd even come onto the market.
How?
Well, backhanders to local councillors, agents, consultants. They made sure the sales were completed before anyone else got looking.
So how come no one's cottoned onto the bribery?
Well, it looks like they did. He upset rival developers, councils and heritage groups from Leicester to Ludlow.
That's when he started buying property in London.
Where's he based?
Well, right now he's staying at the Union House Hotel.
Well, it just so happens I play poker with the concierge there.
Surprise, surprise.
How long's he in town?
Well, less than a week.
Okay then, no time to lose. Let's get out there and find a way in.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Hey, ladies. Ding dong. That's my song. Hey? Bloody tourist. Oi!
Hello, sir.
2 theatre tickets tonight, decent seats, nothing too intellectual. Sorted, yeah?
I've got those spreadsheets to do tonight.
I'm not taking you, you oaf. I fancy a blonde tonight. Big, but small. Know what I mean? Sorted, yeah?
Big but small.
Hello, baby dream. I was just thinking about you and Dale Jr.
Have you been in touch with the heritage people yet?
I'm waiting for a call back.
Make sure you deal with a man.
Why?
Women have scruples. Bad for business.
Right.
Take him to a fancy restaurant, fill him full of vodka, take him to a titty bar, and then hit him with the money.
Oh, right, OK. It's only... My old boss always used to say, never mix business with pleasure.
Really? Let me ask you this, Gibbs. How big was his yacht?
I don't think he had one.
Really? How many Ferraris in his garage?
He didn't.
No? Surprise, surprise. You start to get the picture? There are no boundaries between business and pleasure.
Right, OK, I get it. So, if you enjoy what you do, it's all pleasure.
No, you thicko. Rule 1, it's all business. Stick around, kid. Learn from the master.
What was it?
The National Victorian Library.
Should burn well, then. I'll save money on the bulldozers. How big's the site? Square feet?
Just under 8,000.
Too small. I want scale, I want impressive.
What, bigger than this?
There's barely room to swing a heritage commissioner in there. Think Premiership, not conference.
Look, it's difficult in London, but there's a lot more competition.
Rule 1. Do not be afraid of competition. Nobody wants to win a one-horse race.
I thought Rule 1 was...
Shut it!
Come on.
So, what have we got?
Well, you're right about how he does his business. He pays off agents, council officials, heritage commissioners to make sure the deal goes his way, and always for the right price. In fact, his motto is, everybody has their price.
Ah, well, why hasn't he been prosecuted?
Well, he never does a dirty deed himself. He always leaves it to one of his apprentices.
3 of his employees have done time in the last 5 years.
What, and they never squeal?
Almost certainly, and Ridley's smart enough never to leave a trail.
What about his corporate structure?
He runs all his projects through Starfire Property Holdings, but he creams off all the profits into offshore accounts to avoid paying tax.
So how big is this operation?
Well, it's difficult to get exact figures, but I'd say he's doing about 8 deals a year, £3 to £5 million each.
He's got his eyes set on bigger opportunities here in London.
So he'll need to find something that'll float his boat.
A tasty little deal somewhere.
What about a tasty big deal? Seems London City Studios are up for sale.
That's a bit out of his league, isn't it?
Exactly.
So that means he'll need partners.
Well, he's going to love this, isn't he, eh? The smell of easy money, the kudos of the big deal, and the icing on the cake revenge. He gets to be involved in tearing down the studio.
What a sweet little plan, Michael.
And the best bit is the bidding's about to close.
Excuse me, do you know where I can find Free Socks Morgan?
Who wants to know?
Which one of you is Free Socks Morgan? You don't remember me, do you?
Nah. Should I?
Relax, you're not my dad or anything weird like that.
Oh, lucky for you.
The thought never crossed my mind.
So who are you, kid?
It's me, Alfie Beezer. Your godson?
Of course you are. Yeah, the eyes. Where's your dad?
But he's at the airport.
Eh? Dear Ash, sorry to do this to you, but I need you to look after the kid for a few days. I had to get on a plane to Amsterdam to salvage a big score. The kid's nan's in Spain, and I was stuck, so I thought it was time you did your godfatherly thing. I owe you big time, love, Beezer. P.S. Watch the kid. He's a slippery sod.
No, the last bit's a lie. If I do this, you got to choose a card, remember it, and if I guess it, give me £1 claim.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Was it the Ace of Hearts?
Oh, blimey. How'd he do that? Here.
Johnny Beezer was a roper I worked with back in the 90s. He got his bird up the duff, and hey presto, along comes little Alfie there. So me and Beezer down a few pints to celebrate. 8 pints in, he asked me to be godfather. What could I say?
Probably not a lot after 8 pints.
No, well, that was the last time I saw him.
How come?
Because the next day, Beezer found out that Alfie's mum was having it away with her gynae.
What, while she was...
Well, he used to resign. Anyway, Beezer takes Alfie back to Manchester to live with his nan. Haven't seen him since.
Well, look, we can't work a con while we're looking after a kid.
No, I'll talk to Beezer.
Can I borrow £1?
Yeah, all right.
If I can make this pound disappear without you knowing where it's gone, can I keep it?
Yeah, go on then. Do that again.
Well, I need another £1.
Hang on, here.
What if we took it in turns to look after him?
I don't know, the kid could be a complete liability.
I won't be, I promise.
Hey, you should be in bed.
Maybe I can help.
Yeah, you can help by going back to bed.
I've worked on Dad's cons loads of times. I won't be any trouble, I promise.
No, it's not what your dad said.
Oh, he was joking. Oh, please.
Well, we've all got to start somewhere.
All right, maybe he could just help out behind the scenes back here.
Your responsibility.
Why mine?
Because you were the first to crack.
Fine.
OK, kid, it's agreed. You're in.
Yes!
Yeah, and when we're busy, Eddie can babysit.
I don't know if he can afford it. Kid's already taken him for 20.
25, actually.
OK, then, let's get started.
I was going to get to do something.
Oh, stop complaining. You said you wanted a burger and you've had one.
You said I was going to be involved in a con.
You will be.
Doing what?
I don't know yet, all right? Just something back in the apartment.
That sounds boring. Why can't I be the roper?
Because Albert's the roper and you're only 11.
That can be an advantage sometimes. No one suspects an 11-year-old.
They would if they met you.
Look, if you don't want me to do anything, I'll just watch.
Alfie, can we stop talking? Just for 5 minutes, all right? Hi, Ash.
Do you want to see a trick?
What?
Hold this and wait here.
Yes, all right, go on then. I'm exhausted. I've done the London Eye, and he's had some food, so now we're on our way back, OK? Yeah. No, he won't shut up. Literally. No, he's just on and on at me all the time. Like, he hasn't shut up since the moment we started. Yeah. He's got all of the questions. I can't answer them. I'm coming home. No, Ash, listen to me. I'm coming home. It's Sean's turn or your turn.
Excuse me. Please hold this for me. All right. Cheers.
OK, I'll see you later.